Hey guys, how's it going? Shay here from That Student Life. Now I am back. I just got back from my 5-week holiday of Italy, Austria, Czech Republic, Prague for New Year's, Ireland where my family are, obviously Shay O'Callaghan, quite an Irish name, England, and then back to Ireland, and then to Sydney to land. I am going away again in a few weeks, and then I'll be back for university. So I'm going to make some videos now, obviously, and I'm going to schedule them and all that. So there will be some uploads over the next few weeks until university starts, when the content will flow back. But today, new video, different style. I have been reading a book called 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by my favourite internet personality, Jordan B. Peterson. Now, not for the controversial stuff, because he's just a really good clinical psychologist with some great insights on life and self-development and all that sort of stuff that I'm kind of into. So, what is this video about? This video, as you can see from the title, is about being more persuasive, about how to bring people around to your argument without being like malicious or without being bad intended, or just doing your best. Because in life, whether it be like a job interview or asking for a pay rise or trying to get a scholarship or trying to get your friends to help you out or meeting strangers, all that sort of stuff, we need to be persuasive. Part of being a charismatic, successful human being or a developed human being in the modern world, in the Western world, is about bringing other people around to your point. It might be politically, it might be financially, it might be in a corporate world or a friendship, relationship, all that sort of stuff. We need to be persuasive. You'll find that the people who reach the top of any sort of hierarchy in society, whether it be, yes, a political one or a business one or a friendship one, they usually are pretty charismatic, pretty persuasive, and they can bring the majority of people they meet and interact with around to their point of view. Because it just helps when people are aligned to your point of view when you want to get somewhere. So, there is a major tip that I picked up from Jordan Peterson, because he actually is pretty internet famous, and it's something that I'm going to try and really work on, because I was doing it probably unconsciously a little bit when I was in my interactions with other people, but I think I'm going to try and work on it extra hard this year because it's important. Now, this particular tip on how to be more persuasive will work in any sort of situation. It's not just with a friend, or it's not just with your boss, it's kind of with any sort of situation. So, what is it? Okay, so tip number one for obviously being more persuasive and bringing people around to your point of view, a bit more smoothly and a bit more, thoroughly, is to be able to explain their argument or the counter argument to what you believe better than they can. Once you can argue for something you don't believe in, that the other person believes in, better than they can, you will tend to win more arguments. And why do I say that? I say that because a lot of time when people are arguing with someone or they're trying to persuade someone, they just discount the other belief. They just say, no, that's stupid, you shouldn't believe in that, no, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. This is what I believe and this is why it's right. That is the perfect way to isolate yourself, to make the other person angry, and to make them just shut off from any logical transformation of their beliefs. What is the best way to not do all that? The best way to not do all that is to say, oh, okay, so that's what you believe. No worries, I absolutely understand that. Maybe, I once believed that as well. That's a very logical argument. It's a very valid argument. I totally understand why you would be, have arrived at that point of view. Because, I don't know, it might be like, what's something political, like, a certain political party. I absolutely understand why, why you would vote for that political party. Because, they do this, and they've done this, and their leader does this, and yeah, for you, you working in this industry, yeah, that absolutely, you should definitely be a supporter of this, and absolutely. So, like you might bring up 6 or 7 points as to why what they just said they believe in is a great idea for them. But then you go, but, however, I think that even when considering that, if you think about this, and this, and this, and this, and rattle off your points and your ideas about what you believe, I think that fits you better. I think really that's probably the best way to go. Even though obviously you've got some valid points there, and I totally agree with where you've ended up, I think you're probably not looking at all the facts, and I think if you did, you definitely would give these guys a better shot. So that's just an example, guys. It's obviously not super practical, and I can't give you an extenuated dialogue on what it would be like, but basically, the best arguers, the people who can, not manipulate it, but the people who can persuade people the best, are the ones who can rationally and honestly put themselves in the perspective of someone else, validate the opinion they have and the conclusion they've arrived to, you can come up with the major reasons why someone might have logically and actually arrived at that point. You need to accept that because people are going to have different opinions. You need to accept why they might have arrived there. Explain to them some great points about why they would have arrived there, but then come down with the hammer and say, actually, I think if you looked at everything, if you looked at these, several points, you would probably still swing around and end up where I'm looking, and it would be better for you and better for me, so better for all of us. So, that's just one thing I want to drill home, because being persuasive, getting people around your argument is an important thing in life, especially in Western culture where it's capitalism and all that sort of stuff. We're all going to be competing for jobs one day, and relationships are obviously a bit of give and take as well. So it's always nice to be able to bring people around to your point of view. So what I would say is definitely keep that one in mind before you want to be able to feel confident in your ability to argue against someone. You need to be able to argue their side of view, their point of view better than they can, because once you can do that, you most certainly will have a better shot at bringing them around to seeing the way you see it. Okay guys, so there you have it. My one tip for being more persuasive, bringing people around to your argument, is to be able to argue their side better than they can and then redirect it on with your side to finish it off. Now, as I said, important video, but I'm going to be chucking up a few more videos in the next few weeks. Obviously, I'll schedule them, so I probably won't be able to reply to comments and all that sort of stuff because I will be away and I probably won't have any sort of access to internet very regularly. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support. And all the guys who follow me on Snapchat at ThatStudentShay, which is in the description. Thanks guys for all the nice comments during the holiday. People were replying to all my snaps and all that sort of stuff. So it was nice to engage with you guys even when I didn't have the YouTube videos. But yeah, more videos to come. Pretty keen for this university semester. Some big changes could be ahead, but I'll let you guys know when I confirm that. So stay tuned as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys.